Hey tubes, Jonathan's wrong here, Tooth and Budget. Just about to hop in the shower, so I got a little bit of bedhead going. Sweaty bedhead. Anyway, real quick, just another trend I noticed. You know how I've decided it's my niche to watch, pop culture, music, television shows, stuff the the other mainline Christians don't really bother with. Because you gotta, you can't be just looking at the same stuff everyone else is looking at. That's, you're not really contributing, you're just parroting. But anyway, parroting, not parodying. Anyway, I got a hair in my mouth, I can't find it, it's driving me bananas. But I've noticed this funny thing with the left, is that you can't please them. I've two shows I can think of off the top of my head. I've been watching, like I said, I'll just watch, random stuff. If I see a deconstruction on something, I'll watch it just out of curiosity, just to see if there's anything there. Often there is, but it's like, who cares? It's obvious. It's like, oh, okay, so there's your 666, or there's your 33, or there's your one eye symbolism, there's your pyramid, etc., etc. But anyway, blah blah blah. So, like I said, I've noticed this trend where it's like, the left is like, oh, it's not gay enough. It's nice and everything, but it needs to be gayer. Can we make it gayer? Like, gosh, I was watching a thing on how much Steven Universe sucks. I don't know if you've ever seen Steven Universe. This is coming from a place of like, some millennial or Zoomer who likes those bad cartoons. I had already stopped watching any of that stuff by the time SpongeBob SquarePants came out, so I missed all that modern, Ren and Stimpy. I think as far as I go up is Courage the Cowardly Dog. I think is as far as I go up in my cartoon watchage. But anyway, so I was watching this critique on Steven Universe because I think it's a really bad cartoon, and it's unfit for children. And the guy's going on, and one of the things he says is that basically it's not gay enough. I was like, Steven Universe isn't gay enough? Steven Universe isn't gay enough. I'm like, all right, click, I gotta watch something else now. That's it. That is a powerful disqualifying statement right there. I was just curious because I haven't really seen it that much. It's just one of those things when you have kids, or you're just flicking through the channels, whatever, and you might like, oh, let's see what the cartoons are like nowadays. And it's like, this sucks. But one of his critiques of Steven Universe was that it's not gay enough, and I'm like, this is already too gay for kids. I don't know how gayer you want it, and then have it still be appropriate for children's programming. But anyway, another example is I was just reading a thing on there's a new Scooby-Doo reboot. Usual stuff, a bunch of race swapping. They keep Fred white, but he's pathetic and has a tiny penis, because that's the funniest thing ever, right? White men having tiny penises. The height of comedy. But, by the way, this is a little bit of TMI, but from my personal experience of just being a man and, seeing other naked men, because I come from the age group where, you used to shower after gym class, you'd go and you'd shower naked with everyone else. I'm still old enough where that was a thing, where you would see your friends, you would see your friends naked, and it was no big deal. Newsflash, there's not a lot of variation to size. They're all about the same size within an inch or so, and like, what's an inch? Like, that's about an inch? Oh, wow. So it's really like not a lot of variation, except there's like every now and again you'll have an anomaly where you'll have a tiny one, which I always feel really bad for guys with like tiny little dinguses. It's also fascinating to me in a strange way. With like, there was that magician guy. Do you remember that? The probably not. The naked magician, quote unquote. He was just some drugged up guy at a festival or whatever. And I saw it on like Tosh.0 like 15 years ago, and it was like, oh, they kept talking about how tiny it was. So I was curious. I was like, I got to see the original footage, and it was like a bean. It was like a bean. It was tiny, and I was like, what? It was mind blowing to me, but totally off topic. I don't know why I got on that, but anyway. Oh yeah, because white men having tiny penises is the height of comedy. Because a half inch is just such a deal breaker. But anyway, so yeah, so one of the complaints from the left about the I keep wanting to call it the Mindy Show, because that Mindy girl is the backer, the main creative force behind that. The new Scooby-Doo Velma, the Velma Show. One of their complaints is it's not gay enough. The left is they're just never satisfied unless the next shows that come out is just going to have to be just gay porn. That's all that will that will hopefully be gay enough for them. I know it just isn't a morning video until I hawk up a lunger, right? But I just think that's crazy to me. It should be obvious, because the whole step was, it's like, okay, you know what? You be you. Do your thing. Be gay, be proud, do your thing. That's fine. Whatever. Be gay, be open, be gay. And then, then the next step is like, well, hey guys, thanks for letting us be gay, but you have to be gay with us now, so we'll be more comfortable being gay. It would just be better if everyone was gay. You be gay, and we'll be happy. And it's like, no, that's not. By the way, this might be the first time I've 6-7 years of YouTube you've actually heard me do my gay voice. Fun, right? I had to get away with it because I could do it for days. I grew up in the 80s. But anyway, so it's like the whole thing is it's like drug addicts, like heroin addicts, It's like they need you to do heroin with them so they'll feel better about doing it. And it's the same thing with this perverted sex movement, where they just want everything to be, they want pansexuality, they want, trans, they want, there's another big bestiality push happening, which, every couple of years they try to, the MAPS, what MAPS is? That's really depressing. Yeah, let's call it something else. But, every few years they try to be like, hey, is it cool to have sex with animals yet, guys? No? Just me? All right, I'll try again in 5 years. And that's kind of what they do. They test the waters, like, is anyone ready for this? Not quite yet. All right, we'll try it again in a few years. And it's what they've been doing. And there's another big push for bestiality now, which is great. And it's like, from the outsiders looking in, it's like, why would they want to socially engineer people to do all this crazy stuff? And it's like, well, use my heroin addict analogy. If everyone's doing the same bad crap you're doing, you can operate freely without any nonsense. You can do whatever you want. You could walk around with your stuff hanging out, and dog ears and fondle children, and you'll be, given a badge. You'll be given an award. That's kind of where we're at. It's not enough for them to be allowed to be gay. Everyone else has to be gay also, or perverse or whatever. But anyway, I just think it's funny that I'll be watching a critique from the leftist point of view, because sometimes. Some people just don't cover certain things, or I'll give someone a shot. Generally, there's only a few people I watch. Excuse me, and there's a few that I watch every now and again that I don't really care for. Excuse me. But they'll just cover something, and I'm curious about their take, but I don't respect their opinion whatsoever. I'm just curious what they have to say about it. So, I get a lot of, that's why sometimes I'll, show some random video, like something I noticed in something random, because that's the point. That's the point of watching, going off your beaten path, and, what are the kids watching? What are the kids listening to? What's popular right now? It's one of those things that it's important for at least, one of us to, to pay attention to, see what the heck's going on. My friend was showing me they have these toys for kids, for little girls now. It's a magic wand, and they teach you spells and where to go to capture certain spirits. and interact with those spirits, and it's like they're literally like when I was watching the video, the commercial for it, it made me sick. It actually, my gut dropped and I felt nauseous. I was like, this is satanic. My spidey senses are like, sometimes I'll get a really light good feeling, and I'll feel like it's almost, like the chills almost, but not chilling. You're like, ugh, like in a good way, like a affirming, like a blanket's been put on me, or like a suit of armor or something. Like I get a good feeling. And other times I see something and it makes me sick. It makes me nauseous. And it's obviously, which is which what I'm seeing that makes me feel good, what I'm seeing that makes me feel bad. But anyway, so they're, look for all the media and all the everything else to just get really, really overt. Like all the pooping toys. They have these pooping toys where you play with poop. That's a recurring theme of cartoons. I've actually seen normies talk about, like, what's with all the farting and poop jokes in cartoons? It's like, it used to just be, someone would rip a fart and that'd be it. No, now it's a whole constant thing. Why is Gumball always naked? There's these recurring things, and it's an attack on the children. And I would not know about any of it unless I got off the beaten path and watched this completely random stuff every now and again. Sorry. It's early. It's pre-shower, and I'm rambly. I am rambly. But anyway, that's about it. Steven Universe isn't gay enough. Gosh, I might have mentioned that because it's just something that absolutely blew my mind. But like I said, I just watched something else. It's like, yeah, there's like lesbian moms and everyone's gay and this gay, and it's like, Velma's not gay enough. It should just, everyone should be gay on the show. Everybody. If everyone's doing the same thing, it's no longer diverse. Also, there's this funny, I shouldn't say funny, the show kind of sucked. But Little Britain, if you remember that show, it started out kind of funny early on, and then it immediately devolved into what Mad TV devolved into, catchphrase comedy. You have the same character come on and be like, "He look like a man," and then the crowd cheers or whatever, and that's the whole sketch, and it used to be funny. There was a time when that show was, but anyway, blah blah blah. There's this recurring character in Little Britain, and he's like the one gay guy in this small town, and he's super flamboyantly gay, and because he's getting off on it. He's the gayest guy in this small town, and he's getting off on it. But everyone's really polite to him, so it's funny. Like he's not getting gay bashed, and he wants to almost, like he wants the affirmation of the having to be challenged, but he's not getting it. But anyway, there's this one sketch where another gay guy comes to that town, and he's suddenly not the only gay guy, and he hates it. He's really jealous that there's another gay guy, and he's wearing tight spandex and all the they're dressed very similar and all this stuff, and he can't stand it that there's another gay guy there. But I don't know. I forgot where I was going with that one. But yeah, if we're all the same, you're no longer outrageous. You can't be outrageous if you're the exact same as all your friends. That's about it. I'm not sure if you noticed, I'm trying a new beard thing. It's a little Dagestani. I don't know. The fact is I hate having hair around my mouth and my chin. Just makes me nuts. I end up plucking it. There's a term for it. I don't care for terms. I don't like being pigeonholed into categories. But yeah, and yeah. If you're wondering if I'm losing my mind or forgetting to shave or what's going on there, I'm actually trying a beard out, and this is the only way I can do it. Because if there's an edge, I will pluck the edge. If there's any edges, I will pluck them, and then there'll be a hole, and then I got to shave the whole thing off. So I'm preemptively shaving here because these right here especially is Pluck City, Anyway, do you need to? Does anyone need to know this? I don't know why I'm even telling you this. It's about it. I'm like 15 minutes in, and I am sweaty. I left the heater on in my tiny little bathroom because I was about to hop in the shower, and I am sweating in my night clothes. That's about it. Love you guys. Have a beautiful day, and God bless you.